Is I guess a day, not a day, a little bucket of time in my day that I wanted to just sit down and chat. And today, I did want to walk through and maybe show a little bit of like how I'm planning my day to day. And just for context, like this morning, ended up just getting up, moved this table that I am currently using over to the kitchen from my girlfriend's office. She's getting a new table, so moved it over here, and I have this little like nice little nook in the kitchen that I'm able to work at while I'm visiting, which is really nice. And yeah, just made eggs this morning. Made myself coffee, which today the coffee was actually, let me get the bag. I can actually show this. It was this coffee right here, and it's from Caldi's Coffee House in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's a Tanzania pea berry medium roast. Has this kind of floral note to it, and it's really good. I just made it as a pour over. Added some steamed oat milk with a splash of brown sugar. It was like a maple brown sugar syrup, or not syrup, creamer. And yeah, that's what I'm having this morning. And part of my morning routine, I actually went on this rabbit hole and started kind of walking through some of the Yoga Sutras, which this is like an actual, I think, online course that happened through Rutgers University. I don't know when, honestly. But the Yoga Sutras, I'm going to just look it up here so I can kind of like talk through it. Basically, as you can see here, the Yoga Sutras were compiled in India, and there are, I believe, 4 or 8. And the part that I'm trying to understand right now is like, are the Yoga Sutras tied to the 8 limbs of yoga? They are the most enduring part of the classic work. The Yoga Sutras are sources of inspiration and guidance. And then these are the 8 limbs of yoga, which is interesting because I feel like with a lot of this, a lot of the philosophy that we read around yoga and religion, so much of it is like kind of open to interpretation. But I feel like with the Yoga Sutras, I don't know, I have this like interest in learning what those are. And I think it's interesting to figure out like how, if I'm in a yoga class, or if I am interested in taking a yoga class or meet a yoga teacher, like can I get a better understanding as to like how my movement and my breathing are tied to the sutras, are tied to the 8 limbs of yoga. Also, how does all of that tie to life and living and how you move in this world? So that's kind of like my current interest at the moment. And this all kind of came about because I just signed up for a Yoga Sutras immersion, which is happening with Ben Kara. And Ben Kara is a yoga teacher out of Charlotte. He's doing a couple of different sessions and courses and retreats over the next couple of months and into the next year, which is really cool. But I got an email newsletter from him, and he is doing a 10-hour Yoga Sutras immersion in January, and I was like, yes. So basically, this is going to be a course that's going to allow us to learn about the Yoga Sutras, which are part of the Patanjali. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but those teachings. And it's kind of interesting because he has like what we'll be kind of going through each week, the schedule. And so these are the 4 Yoga Sutras. Obviously, this is in Sanskrit, so a lot of this is kind of like translated over to something, I guess, words that we in the English language can understand and tie to. I'll leave a link in the description if folks are interested in, like, if you guys are interested in signing up for it as well. Outside of that, I have been using this application called Superlist, which I don't know why I used the word application. That was very boomer of me. But Superlist is a task management tool, but it's really cool, right? Because it not only lets you add tasks like as you would, like film clip for YouTube, right? But it also allows you to do talk mode. So I'm in talk mode right now, and today I would really like to reach out to doggy daycare to make sure that Milo is confirmed for his daycare appointment. I would also like to buy some eggs because I really want to have a biscuit egg sandwich, and I would also like to go on a walk today. So it lets me basically record my tasks with my voice, which is really great because sometimes I don't want to sit there and type. So as you can see right here, I think if I go to inbox, I might show me them. So these are the 3 things that I listed out. So go on a walk, buy eggs, and confirm Milo's daycare appointment. So as you can see, like, it didn't take verbatim, right? It kind of like took what I said and then simplified it a tiny bit. And if it needs to, right? So if I would have gone into a tangent about Milo's daycare appointment, which is my dog, it would have created a list within this task. So, actually it did it. So the task parent is confirm Milo's daycare appointment, but then there's a subtask for reach out to the doggy. So yeah, it's not perfect. Doggy daycare to ensure Milo's daycare appointment is confirmed. So I've been using this pretty religiously, I would say, for the past week and a half. I downloaded it, I think early last week, if I'm not mistaken, or the week before that. And I've been really happy with the talk to text. I do wish it would have like the ability to tell the talk mode, like, hey, move my tasks from yesterday to today. I think that would be really cool, just so that it's kind of like a revolving list of tasks. Whereas now I kind of have to go into, like, for example, like today, I did not send this 150, right? So I would then have to go in here and then move it to today if I wanted to. I don't necessarily have to do that, but same with this one, I have to move it over to today. But it'd be nice to just be like, move tasks from yesterday to today as a quick action. But besides that, it's been fairly easy to use. I had some trouble like figuring out how to create lists, but I got that figured out. Where you can have a section, and within that section I have lists. So it kind of looks like little folders within little like lists within folders, which is really nice. And the last thing I will say, the feature that I have not used is you can create a team. I have not used this yet, but I could create like a fam team, for example, if I wanted to. And in that I can invite people to come and create tasks with me, which is really nice. And the pricing is $6 per member per month. I think this, like, Superlist is one of the more affordable options I could find. I did try out a couple of them as well, and some of them I don't really remember the names, honestly, so I can't really tell you. But I'm gonna try Superlist out for probably another a little bit here, and just see how it works. I've been using it on my phone as well, which has been really helpful to have like the ability to sync between my desktop app, which is right here, use it in the browser if I wanted to, and then I also have my mobile app as well. So yeah, Superlist, Yoga Sutras course, and then I think there was like one other thing that kept coming up for me. Spotify. Yeah, so I have been listening to a lot of music lately, and recently my girlfriend has introduced me to I don't know what you'd call this type of music, but I'm gonna just share a link to a song. Actually, two things. I'm gonna share a link to a song that she shared with me, and it's like metal EDM conglomeration rock, and I don't. It's like all of these genres in one song. It feels like screamo, like, and it's very much like it feels like hype music a little bit, like it really gets a soul. So like she'll listen to it while she's cleaning, we'll listen to it in the car, and I feel like those are really good places to like have this type of music. But I wanted to share I'm gonna share a specific song which I'll link in the description, and I can actually look it up here just so we have like a visual. But it's Down with the Sickness. Yeah, this one right here. So it's Down with the Sickness by Yuki. And so um yeah, it's really good. So I'm gonna share that, and then the last thing, I actually posted a newsletter. So if you guys are interested in reading that, as part of my passion project, lento, not this one, just lento. Yeah, I made a post yesterday on my time in my half day in Tulum. So we went to Tulum. Well, we went to Mexico, did a half day in Tulum, visited this really nice coffee shop in Tulum called Story Horse, and look at their Instagram. It's just chef's kiss, as we say. But super dope. The barista, I think his name was Dave. But they're not only a coffee shop, but they also roast. They have they have a roastery as well, and super nice. We had a flat white while we were there, and it was a hot flat white, delicious. I think they had this like homemade vanilla bean syrup that the barista recommended, but they're just lovely, and like the design and the aesthetic of the actual coffee shop, like as you can see here, it's just beautiful. It's very like, it's green, it's cement on the indoors. They have this like t-shirt that looks very much like what's that show with the horse Jackman, the horse guy, the horse character. They had a shirt with like kind of like that vibe going on. That was pretty funny. But yeah, they have cacti outside. It's cactuses. That's crazy. I did go to school. But they had cacti outside. This is the coffee that we had while we were there. It was a flat white, had a little like metal tray and a cup of water for the vibes to bring down to clear the palate. And then this is the the Spotify playlist I was going while we were there. Which what caught my eye was they were playing Kendressa, and I am a really big Kendressa a fangirl, whatever you want to call it. She's great. She's amazing. And so they played one of her songs, and I was like, all right. After I hear like two songs that I really like, and then they play a Kendressa song, I'm like, I gotta go ask about this playlist. So the playlist is also on this newsletter, and then just a picture of me holding a little espresso that I got on the way out. Espresso was really, really smooth. I think it was nice to drink an espresso that wasn't extremely bitter. I think in the US sometimes when I have espresso, like it's extremely harsh on the palate. This one, I feel like it had a punch when I first drank it, but like after that it kind of the flavor sort of settled. So as it cooled down, it was an easier drink. And so yeah, I will link this. I'm gonna post on Substack, so just more about my coffee experiences, and of course with my compost project as well. So yeah, thank you for watching, y'all. This was fun. This is cool. Let's end with a little. Let's end with a little Kendressa. Why not? You know. This is my one of my favorite tracks by her.
That's the bounce. Oh yeah, that's the bounce. Woo! Yeah. That's the bounce. That's the bounce. Oh yeah, that's the bounce. Woo! That real shit. That raw. That pure uncut. I be dipping through the backwards.